Welcome to the Sports Desk. Let's start with some breaking news, a major story that has developed over the last couple of weeks. We are awaiting Chelsea's announcement of their new head coach to replace Mauricio Pochettino. It appears that we are inching closer. Yes, Chelsea is set to announce at 3 p.m. today, which is just about now, that Enzo Maresca will be their new head coach. He has signed a 5-year contract, with an option for an additional year, and he is moving from Leicester City with 6 members of his backroom staff, including Willy Caballero. I'll briefly interrupt you there, Carv, because we now have a press release from Leicester, not Chelsea. Leicester City Football Club can confirm today the departure of Enzo Maresca from his position as first-team manager. Given the promising foundations established during his single season in charge, the club is disappointed that Enzo has decided at this stage that he no longer wishes to be part of our vision. However, with Enzo's decision made and the board's terms for his departure met, we wish him well in his future endeavours. He leaves with the appreciation of everyone at the club for his work in helping us achieve an immediate return to the Premier League during the 2023-24 season. As Carv just mentioned, staff members Willy Caballero, Danny Walker, Michel Di Bernardine, Marcus Alvarez, Javier Molina Cavero, and Roberto Vitiello will also be leaving the club. The board will now commence the process of appointing a new manager that will lead our return to the Premier League and continue the implementation of our long-term vision for the success of Leicester City Football Club. As I read that, Carv has just passed me his phone with X loaded up, and Chelsea, on their account, have announced the arrival of Enzo Maresca. They simply say, "Welcome to Chelsea, Enzo Maresca." Welcome, Enzo. So, it is official. We now know the man who has replaced Mauricio Pochettino. It is the man who led Leicester to the Premier League at the first time of asking, the man who worked under Pep Guardiola at Manchester City. It is Enzo Maresca. Interestingly, Leicester obviously expresses their disappointment at his departure. They wanted him to be part of their long-term vision. Perhaps it's a naive question, but why has he decided to make this move to Chelsea? It's early in his managerial career. It's obviously a great opportunity for him, but what do you think really drew him to this role? I believe that what has occurred at Chelsea involves Mauro Pochettino's departure by mutual agreement 2 weeks ago. Since then, Chelsea has undergone a recruitment process spearheaded by the club's sporting directors, Paul Winstanley and Lawrence Stewart. This process was executed rapidly, and they quickly compiled a shortlist. This list included Thomas Frank, Kieran McKenna, Enzo Maresca, and other candidates such as Robert Aderer. Vincent Kompany was also a strong contender last summer but has since moved to Bayern Munich. However, Enzo Maresca was quickly identified as the top choice. The decision was influenced by his extensive coaching background, albeit lacking in management experience in the Premier League. He has previously worked under Pep Guardiola at Manchester City. The directors were particularly impressed by his thorough knowledge of the Chelsea squad, and his approach during the interview. Maresca advocates a style of play that aligns with Chelsea's aspirations, focusing on possession and positional tactics. Chelsea Football Club has officially announced the appointment of Enzo Maresca as the new head coach of the men's team. He will commence his role on the 1st of July 2024, with a 5-year contract that includes an option for an additional year. Paul Winstanley and Lawrence Stewart, Chelsea's co-sporting directors, expressed their delight in welcoming Enzo to the team. They praised his proven track record as a coach who delivers impressive results through an exciting and identifiable style. They are confident that his ambitions and work ethic match the club's goals. The ownership group of Chelsea also expressed their excitement about welcoming Enzo to the Chelsea family, emphasizing their support for him and the sporting team to achieve their potential and meet expectations. Enzo Maresca himself shared his enthusiasm for the role, highlighting it as a dream opportunity to coach one of the world's leading clubs. He looks forward to working with Chelsea's talented players and staff to continue the club's legacy of success and make the fans proud. Chelsea also confirmed the appointment of several staff members who will join Maresca, including former Chelsea goalkeeper Willy Cavero, and others such as Danny Walker, Michel Di Bernardine, Marcos Alvarez, Javi Molina, and Roberto Vitiello. Ben Roberts will join as the goalkeeper coach and has been appointed head of global goalkeeping. Bernardo Quay will lead the set-piece department. This appointment underscores the club's strategy of securing long-term commitments, mirroring their approach to player contracts, albeit with inherent risks given Maresca's lack of managerial experience in the Premier League. I think it shows that they have total confidence in him, and it also indicates his complete commitment for working at Chelsea. I'm beginning to understand what he has been doing over the past few days, even though he has been on holiday in Maranello. Enzo Maresca has been watching videos on his laptop and iPad of Chelsea's performances. Despite already knowing a great deal about the Chelsea players, he has asked the club to provide him with detailed performance analyses, not only of the first-team squad but also of all the youth players. He is eager to hit the ground running, and I am told that he is slightly disappointed that he cannot start work today. He wishes that the pre-season could begin immediately because he is so eager to commence his role as the new Chelsea head coach. To answer your question, the reason he is being offered such a long-term contract is that Chelsea has previously tried short-term contracts, like the 2-year contract with an optional additional year given to Marcio Postino. However, a 2-year contract does not provide the stability needed going forward and always leaves uncertainty about the manager's future. Currently, everyone at Chelsea now feels certain since Enzo Maresca was the unanimous first choice to become the new head coach. The co-owners and co-sporting directors have total faith in him, and he has complete belief in what he has signed up for. He thinks he has a brilliant squad, one of the best in the Premier League, comprising young players who he believes he can develop and who can adapt to his style of play. This is going to be a new era for Chelsea. Naturally, there are some risks involved, there always are when appointing a new head coach. However, the owners believe this is a calculated risk. They have seen what happened with Mikel Arteta, for example. He was someone who had not managed at the top level either, he had only worked under Pep Guardiola at Manchester City. Enzo Maresca has not only worked under Guardiola but has also managed Leicester City, won the championship last season, and secured promotion at the first attempt. I know some people are skeptical, wondering if Enzo Maresca is really the right man for Chelsea. I can assure you, everyone involved in the decision and all those part of the discussions are completely convinced that Enzo Maresca is the right man for Chelsea. Okay, so they have secured the man they wanted for this job, but he is set to take over a squad that has seen massive investment, over £1 billion in the last couple of transfer windows. Reflecting on some incidents this season, such as the penalty dispute involving several players that led to a bit of commotion, it's clear there are potentially some significant personalities within the squad. How do you think Maresca will handle this, and is he the right person for the job? In my opinion, many of the Chelsea players were disappointed when Marcio Postino departed as they had developed a strong rapport with him. Marcio Postino is one of the most likable figures in football. However, these professionals understand the nature of the sport, they know managers come and go. I am certain that members of the Chelsea squad are enthusiastic about the prospect of working under Maresca. They've likely been proactive, reaching out to friends and other players who have previously played under Maresca, seeking insights into his management style and receiving very positive feedback. Maresca is not just a manager but a head coach who is fully committed to maximizing player performance and enforcing his tactical vision without deviation. He has a defined philosophy on how football should be played, a philosophy that aligns with that of Chelsea's sporting directors and co-owners. It will be challenging, the players will need to adapt to new methods during training, focusing on maintaining possession and improving their positional play, among other strategies. Maresca's approach is rigorous and disciplined, but he believes it guarantees success, and the players need to buy into his philosophy, which has been proven successful in the past. Reflecting on Chelsea's performance last season, finishing 6th in the Premier League and reaching the semi-finals of the FA Cup and the final of the EFL Cup, the season was not bad, though given the investment, expectations were naturally higher. What will success look like for Maresca, the club's owners, and Chelsea in general this coming season? The people running Chelsea aspire to return the club to its former glory, being Premier League champions and winning the Champions League. Merely finishing in the top 4 is not enough. While it's important for Chelsea to qualify for the Champions League, the aim for hiring Enzo Maresca is because they believe he possesses a winning mentality akin to that of Pep Guardiola. Maresca's experience at Leicester City, despite the resources and quality squad compared to other championship teams, underscores that success isn't guaranteed. There were fluctuations and some fans were critical of the playing style, but ultimately, Leicester were champions under his leadership. For Chelsea, the immediate goal is to secure a Champions League spot, but the ultimate aim is to win titles and the European Cup once again. The owners don't expect instant miracles but do anticipate significant progress next season. They expect to see a team that embodies a winning mentality with a clear, consistent playing strategy, supported by a robust off-pitch team in areas like set-piece strategy, data analysis, medical support, and recruitment. Chelsea have been thoroughly impressed by everything they've learned about Maresca from their extensive background research and consultations with those who've worked with him and observed his training sessions and matches. They believe he is the right choice. Though we are accustomed to seeing high-profile names like José Mourinho, Antonio Conte, Carlo Ancelotti, and Guus Hiddink at Chelsea, the club feels that the era of head coaches with a strong, clear philosophy and alignment with the owner's vision is what will bring about a harmonious relationship throughout the club. They are confident that Maresca will deliver this. We shall see. Enzo Maresca joins Chelsea on a 5-year contract from Leicester, with an option for an additional year.